Hey everybody! So, today we're going to be doing a little nail art. I've been wanting to try this rose quartz for a while now. I did a set the other night. It came out really great. So I figured we'd go over it today. I'm not going to go through the whole acrylic setup because you don't need to. If you want to do this on acrylic, you basically either use the polish or you can use a sheer pink acrylic. Mix it with a little clear if it's too opaque for you. But we're just going to use polish today because I have this really cool Born Pretty sheer pink set. So I have like 6 of these, like super sheer kind of milky pinks, which are perfect for rose quartz. So I went ahead and swatched them so we can just go over the basic process on how to do it. Also, I got my new brushes and I'm really excited to try them out. So let's get started. I used 4 of the colors because I had 6 and I don't think we need to do all of them. I am going to be using a little, just a little bit of the glitter polish just to give it that thread of glitter in the marble. Either the pink glitter or the silver. I'm not sure yet. I might try both. Anyway, so that's what you're going to need. You're going to need your, however you do your pink, whether it be acrylic or polish, something with a little sparkle to it, and you're going to need a white gel polish. I haven't figured out how to do it with regular yet. I'm sure there's a way. But yeah, I highly recommend these Born Pretty polishes. They're thick, but not super thick, and the colors are just sheer enough. I think I did maybe 2 or 3 coats on these. Let's see if I can get you a good look at them. So they came out pretty well. Not too opaque, but not so sheer that you can't see the pink. So I'm just using like the back of some forms here to put my polish on so that I can paint, because I don't have a palette. So this is what we're going to do. So you're going to want your white. And it's actually, I am awful at hand painting, so I was surprised at how easy it was. I was kind of terrified to try it because rose quartz is my absolute favorite, and I probably would have cried if I couldn't do it. So I was terrified to try, but it came out great. I loved it. We'll probably be, I don't know which color I want to use. We'll do both so you can get an idea of the glitters. I don't know why, but we're going to do both because that's what I want to do. And you're going to need your top coat and your lamp, obviously. So, let me see. I need a liner brush for that glitter. So, once you get your colors on, whichever color you're going to use, what you're going to do is take some of the white and you're just going to do like a marble pattern, and you can't really mess this up. You can do it however, because we're going to go through and mess it up, which really that's all there is to this. You're literally just going to mess it up. So we'll just give it a couple quick swipes of white. However, whatever pattern you think looks the best. And you'll see why I'm doing it like this here in a second. So, and you're going to want something to clean your brushes off, obviously. You are going to need to clean the brush as you're doing the white, which I'm going to show you. So then you're going to take your other brush, and honestly the top coat is a super important part of this. You're not going to cure this white before you top coat it, and I'm going to show you why. So you're going to take your brush and you're going to push in on the side of the lines and push the white into itself, kind of smudge the sides. You don't want to wipe it off, you just want to push it towards itself like that. Same thing here, and if you find that you have too much white, just get a little acetone on your brush. It's not going to be enough to mess up the rose colors, so. But you do want to make sure you're getting that white polish off of your brush, otherwise it's not going to push right. Do you know, like, if that makes sense? And you're going to push on it from all sides to get the right kind of threading. That marble look. So it kind of fades and you get that really thin line. Now you want to take whatever glitter you're going to use. I'm going to use silver for this one, just a little bit, because you just want a hint of glitter. You don't want to overpower it. And you can either run it along the white line or do a separate one. I'm going to run it along. Just do a really thin bit along that white line. And it just gives it a little bit of sparkle. And you don't need to worry about if you overlap on the white, because it's supposed to be stone and that's not perfect. Now, you're not going to cure this. You're going to put the top coat right over it. And what that's going to do is the top coat is going to kind of dissolve that white and break it down a little bit more. Kind of spread it out and just give it a really smooth transition. So we're going to do that. And it did spread the glitter out a little bit. I guess I didn't think of that. So just wipe that off if you need to, if it spreads out too much. Or you could do the glitter on the second layer, which I'm also going to show you, but I like how that looks. And you can kind of see how the top coat spread that white out a little bit and kind of diluted it, I guess. So you're going to cure that. Now, an issue that you might see with this, if you're using the brushes and the glitter polishes, you're going to have a raised area where that polishes, and I'm going to show you how to take care of that so you don't have a lump right there. But real quick, I'm going to try a different way with the pink glitter so that we don't have that spreading issue. So wherever I'm planning on putting my white lines, I'm just going to pop this glitter on. And I'm just going to do two small lines. And that's not very glittery. It's more of a shimmer, so it's not overpowering. And then we're going to cure that, and then we'll go back and do our white. Now, this one is finished. Now, if you have that raised area with polish, which you will, what you want to do now is take your buffing block and take the very fine side of it and buff over those lines just to even it out where the top coat is raised at. And don't worry, you're not going to buff off the polish. You just want to do a little bit. Don't like buff it off. Don't buff the top coat off. You're just taking off that ridge. Now, after you buff that off, give it a rub and make sure that there's no raised spots still. And then you are going to take your acetone, wipe it really quickly. Like, don't rub it into it. Just give it a quick wipe down to get that dust and those ridges off. And then give it another layer of top coat, and that's going to even everything out so you don't have those bumps. And then you're going to cure it. And that's really all there is to it. Now we're going to finish this one up that I had the pink glitter on, which you can see. Now we're going to do it one more time just so you guys can get a good idea, a better idea of what I was talking about now that we've seen one finished. So you're going to take your white and run it along this glitter. So let's call this the alternate way. Just run it along there. Doesn't need to be a ton because remember we're going to push most of it off. Now clean that brush off and start pushing. And remember, you're pushing in, not out. Push it in on itself. And you can add more. I'm just going for basic, simple now. Obviously, you won't be able to turn your own nails around, but for the sake of the video, I'm just going to turn it around. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it overlaps with the glitter, because it's still going to show through because that white isn't very opaque or very thick. On. And if you find that it's still too white, you know, like too bright, and that line is still too stark, just kind of poof it with your brush. I guess dab at it with your brush. I don't feel like that's enough white, because I want it to have that like marbly vein. So you can just go back and add a little bit more and then repeat the process. Just as long as you're not like painting straight lines on it, you know what I mean? Like basically anything, just mess the line up. That's what you're gonna do. But I found that pushing it is what works the best, because it gives it that kind of fade with the line in the center, like the thread that you would see in rose quartz. And then whatever imperfections you still have, the top coat is going to take care of. And it gives it that nice fade. Now we're going to do the same thing with this, where we buff it. That way we don't have those raised lines. So as you're top coating it, you'll see that white almost dissolve a little and kind of run. You don't want to brush it off, so just give it a quick coat with the top coat and cure it, and then same thing. But this is the finished product. Oh, I forgot to cure it. Anyway, I really like how simple this is, how it turns out. It's really gorgeous. It doesn't take a ton of work to do, and if you're not very good at hand painting like I am, this is an excellent way to do it, because you really can't mess it up. All right, that one's finished. Now we're gonna give it a quick buff. Don't worry about those scratches. The acetone is going to take care of that. It's going to get rid of any scratches from the buffing. I knew I shouldn't have closed that. So quick wipe. And then one more layer of top coat. And we'll give this one a cure. And now we can look at our finished product. So this is the finish. I really like how this turns out, because it just comes out so feminine and dainty, and I don't know, looks very artistic without you having to be very good at art. You can see where I touched it when it wasn't done curing. But you don't have to be very great at art to pull it off. And you can kind of play around with it and do tons of different stuff. So I like it. And here's with the pink glitter. See how the top coat gave the white that kind of cloudy effect right here, which makes it look more like natural stone. Let's try it this way. Anyway, this is probably one of my favorites so far. Like, out of all the nail art I've done, this is absolutely my favorite, and I've been waiting forever to try it. I saw a TikTok that made it super simple, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do that. So, if you have any questions, comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for videos, let me know, or something that you want to see. I'm open. And as always, thanks for watching.